Greetings, fellow platformers. Wood Creation coming to you live from the land of abandoned souls. Today, just giving you guys a quick update. I told you I was going to start messing with the flocking, and I did get a chance the other night. This is the product that I used. It's from Woodland Scenics. They have a wide variety of colors, textures. They have sand, mulchy looking stuff, different colors, just bushes, different bright colors. Just about everything you would need to make some ground surface. So, you need some flocking, you need some glue, and you need some high quality H2O. And this is what I did. I took the top of my entertainment district, and this was my very first time my sample trial. Basically, what you do is you mix half water, half glue. So I filled it up halfway with water, halfway with glue. Shook it up real good. Spray the whole surface real good. Take the flocking, shake it on there. I reapplied more water. I picked a second color and then just kind of highlighted that in a little bit so it looks like different colors in the terrain. Hit it real quick in the water again, the water glue mix, and then I took a bushier type and I clumped it together. I used both the orange and the green, and I just clumped it together and I put it on here. And then when I had it all on there where I wanted it, I soaked the whole thing again, covered the whole surface with glue, and let it dry. I came out the next morning and I stuck my finger in it and it pulled some of the material out. The glue wasn't quite dry. 2 days later, I can't scratch it off. So this stuff works really great. You can turn it upside down, doesn't fall off. I highlighted mine with some static grass just on the outside, just to give it a little bit of height. And there you go. The glue misted over and went on my steps, which is actually kind of cool because when I did the flocking, it went on the steps, and now it looks like the steps have some moss on them. So, to show you what I did, this is another section of my This is a section of my Mad Mountains Hill, or my Mad Doctor's Hill. Basically, just spray the whole thing. Again, I'm just learning this on the wing. If you have tips, different ways of doing it, by all means, post in the comments, because everybody would like to know what we're doing here. So, it's probably a lot of glue, but that's okay. And just take your shaker. Shake it on there. If you think it's soaking through, just add a little bit more to it. Okay. Now it's really wet, but I still threw a little extra glue on there. And take a secondary color. I used the brown this time. This one doesn't have to be quite as solid because you're just trying to give the terrain like a highlight color, so it doesn't have to be solid on there. I'm going to put a little more green in here. So you can see my surface is all covered now. Hit it one more time with the old glue. Again, this is a 50, half water, half glue. The other thing that you can do with this stuff while it's wet is you can mush it around a little bit and create textures that way too. But what I did is I took some of my orange, just little clumps of it, and I kind of mushed it in there. Whoops. This just adds texture, height, color. All over the place. This is don't come into this thinking that you're going to be nice and neat. This is not a nice and neat project. This is a messy project, but a lot of fun, and gives you great results in the end. I'm just going to touch this up again a little bit with some more. Kind of color it in some. Again, there's no right or wrong way to do this. We're going to take some green, bushy looking stuff. You wad it up, stick it on there. This again gives you some height. Put some over here. I have a building that's going to be sitting on top of this. My torture is going to be sitting on top of here, so I'm not worried about filling up the center with height as much, because the building's just going to smush it down anyway. So you get it all on there. Got some height. Got some color. If you think you're short, just highlight it again. There we go. And then you have to do the whole thing, coat the whole thing again with glue. What the final coating of glue is going to do is it locks it down and it seals it, and it prevents it from falling off. So you have to make sure on this coat you get the whole surface covered real good. You can see I went over on my steps, on my rocks. All that's going to dry up in there real nicely, and it's going to look like it's been moss covered for a while. Cover the whole thing. And don't worry, it all looks white right now with the glue. It does dry clear. So the glue being white actually gives you kind of a heads up and shows you what you've hit and what you haven't hit. And I could be over spraying the glue, but my stuff's not going to fall apart either. Okay. Then let it dry. Like I said, it took 2 days for it to dry the last time, and this is what I came up with. Again, you can't scratch this stuff off very easily, and it's on there. And the static grass gives it just a little bit of extra touch. I just put the static grass on night, so all the white glue in there, that will dry clear. And that's it. Hopefully this helps you guys. Again, if you have tips and different ways of doing it, feel free to post in the comments, and we can all get through this together. Stay creative, and as always, Happy building.